Sunday morning, mindful flow. Hope everyone's doing well and hope the storms from yesterday and the last few days haven't affected anybody adversely. It's just been a very tumultuous time of year, it seems. So I guess we just need to be prepared for anything. In our practice today, I'm excited. This is the conclusion of our series that is dedicated to the chakras. And I thought what we would do, since we've gone all the way through and had a dedicated practice to each of the seven chakras leading up till now, I would create a flow that included everything. So this is really going to be a full body mental and physical balancing of the energies. And so let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to take a minute here in a seated position to just settle ourselves down and begin grounding. And the music that you're listening to today is a selection called the Chakra Suite. And the Chakra Suite is going to begin with Chakra 1, and the tones and the chords will change a little bit all the way through the practice. So Chakra 1 begins with in a C. Begins with C, and then it'll move up to D and kind of move through the musical scale along with our practice. It may not correspond precisely each time, but it's just a nice way of bringing all of this together in a holistic fashion. So find your seat. As always, I invite you to close your eyes or bring your gaze softly down your nose. Just start to relax and let all the other thoughts, all the other distractions, good or bad, in your world, fade a little bit more into the background and arrive in your seat. This is your landing place. And when we think about landing, we don't have to worry about going anywhere else. You have literally arrived. And in this place, we can allow ourselves to just listen to the inner voices, the inner communication with ourselves. So as you begin this process, just notice what your body is communicating to you today. Maybe in terms of temperature, or maybe a part of the body that is strained or overtaxed. Maybe an area that needs a little stretching or waking up. Or maybe just an overall sense of your well-being. Feeling soft and relaxed. Or perhaps noticing a little bit of rigidity that needs to be released. So just take a moment here with some quiet breathing. Say hello to your physical body and know that throughout the practice we're going to be continuing to listen and respond and find what feels good as we balance our energies from the first chakra all the way up to the seventh. Softly breathing, relaxing your shoulders, and noticing right away your connection to the earth through your seat and legs. That grounding presence of the earth where we will begin today. As you breathe, say to yourself, I am grounded and rooted. Affirm to yourself, you are safe and secure. I am grounded and rooted. I am safe and secure. And now I invite you to take a nice, long, slow, deep breath all the way down to the base of your belly. Fill your body with potential energy as you lift and expand. Hold that breath at the very top for just a moment. And then exhale and let it all go. Begin to open your eyes. And we're going to begin today's practice by going ahead and standing up. First thing. So, push that blanket off the mat if you were sitting on the blanket. Bring yourself up to a standing position at the top. And as you might imagine, as we begin in Chakra 1, Muladhara, we're going to come to Tadasana, or mountain pose. So just come to your feet. Take a look down at those feet. Rock back and forth a couple of times. I always find this helpful to really establish the perimeter and the four corners of your feet, all making connection equally to the earth. And then sit back on your heels slightly, lift up your toes, reach your toes skyward, and then place your big toe down and roll out, placing each subsequent toe all the way out to the pinky. And now feel those suction cups of your feet firmly established to the earth. Already you can feel the grounding energy flowing up through the legs as the arches of the feet lift slightly to establish the energy flow. Lift up through your heart and shoulders. Let your fingers reach down on either side of your body, but keep lifting up through the crown of your head. Nice, erect spine, but with still a little bit of softness to feel comfortable with your natural curves. So we're not trying to be a tin soldier, hard, unyielding, but just feel yourself as grounded as possible, connected deeply to the center of the earth. Feel the weight of your body dropping down. We're going to take 5 breaths here in mountain pose. Inhaling each time, I am grounded. Exhale, I am rooted. I am grounded. I am rooted. I am grounded. I am rooted. Take 2 more breaths just like this, feeling this strong, stable presence below you. And knowing that whatever comes along in life, you cannot be knocked off of the earth. Last breath. Exhale. And then inhale. Reach your arms forward. Lift them up and overhead. Fingers reaching skyward. Exhale. We're going to fold forward, hinging out the hips, bringing your hands down to the mat or to your blocks. Still feeling those grounded legs below you. Lift up halfway, come to a flat back. Exhale and hinge forward once again. Inhale and bend your knees generously. Sit down as you just allow your seat to come all the way down. See if you can manage that without too much extra help from your arms. Scoot back and then come to Dandasana, staff pose. Just like in mountain pose, we're going to establish roots, starting with the seat, going all the way down through the backs of the thighs, the calves, and now the back of the feet. So your feet are flexed. Now we're lifting up through the spine. Our fingers are going to be placed on either side of the hips, lifting and lengthening through the neck. Inhale. Exhale, and now bring that grounding energy all the way down your legs, every single part of your body that's touching the earth. Imagine that you're surrounded by a brownish red glow, and that this represents the gravitational pull of your body to the earth and the other way around. One more breath in and out. Next breath, lift your arms up, reach them overhead, and exhale. We're going to forward fold with a flat back, reaching the arms forward towards your feet, ankles, or shins. Your next in-breath lifts you up slightly as you raise your heart, and then exhale. Attempt to slide your heart closer to your feet, still establishing the flat back. So you're feeling a nice stretch here in the lower back especially. Shoulders are relaxed. You're not reaching with the shoulders at all. They're nice and loose. You're simply pulling your heart forward and feeling again the grounding presence of the earth. Inhale, I am grounded. Exhale, I am rooted. Inhale and come on back up. Sit all the way back in staff pose once again. Take your left foot, carry it over the right knee. Lift up nice and tall. We're just going to take a little twist, wrapping your right arm around your knee, left arm behind the body, and just turn your belly slightly to the left. Deep breath in lifts you up. Exhale, you can engage a little further into the twist. Keep pressing down through the left big toe. That left foot is grounded down. And then come back to center. Uncross the left. Let's take that little twist to the right, just warming up and stretching through the body. Left arm comes around the knee, right arm comes behind. Inhale, lift your energy up through the head, and then exhale, take it into your twist. 2 more breaths here, with each breath softening and finding a little bit more space. And continuing to push down through the right big toe, grounding that foot down. That is your anchor. And then come back to center. Uncross the legs. And now we're going to bring the feet together, coming into Baddha Konasana and letting the knees fall out to the side. So we're going to transition as we move up the body and begin to stimulate the energy of Svadhisthana, or the second chakra. So the second chakra in the hips and pelvis, we're going to allow those hips to open wide as we sit up nice and tall. Hands are going to be on our ankles, and then exhale. Again, hinge forward as we did before. Reaching forward with the heart, this time reaching that heart out as if you could bring it past your feet. Probably that's not possible, but that's where you're aiming the direction of your stretch. But softly breathe into your hips. allowing them to open gradually and starting to let go of any restrictions that you feel, any tightness in the hips. Breathing into each one, softening down. Imagine that you had butter all through your hip joints, and as you soften down, it gets a little bit more liquid and allows your body to move a little bit more deeply. Continue breathing, and now affirm to yourself, I let go of restrictions and flow with life. I let go of restrictions and flow easily through life. And take 3 more breaths here. Let go of restrictions in your hips, back, pelvis. Breath softening down little by little. One more breath here. And then inhale, lift all the way back up. Take those legs and now open them out wide so you can stay in the same position you are with your seat, but just open your legs a little bit wider than they were. Again, lifting up nice and tall. Your seat is still established. You're going to take the left hand to the left shin, lift your right arm up and bring it over your ear, coming into a little side stretch, but also breathing into that inner groin and your hips once again. Breathing in, I let go of restrictions. Exhale, I go with the flow of life. Chakra 2, Svadhisthana, the center of our reproductive energy, our creative life force. Take the right hand down to the shin, lift your left arm up and over. Again, take this nice little side stretch. Breathing deeply. And if you feel any tightness, especially in the hips or lower back or arms or shoulders, mindfully take your breath and imagine that it's just melting those restrictions. So you soften the muscles and you allow the connective tissue to slowly open and offer more space. Inhale and come back up to center. Take your legs underneath, come to hands and knees position in tabletop. From tabletop, let's just take a couple of cat-cows, opening the back, lifting, just inhaling for cat and cow. Just take a couple on your own time and rhythm. And then come back to table. And begin here by taking the right leg between the hands, right foot forward, left knee comes up, and we find ourselves into a traditional runner's lunge. Stretch and reach that foot back behind you. Make sure you have a nice long stance with that foot, reaching through the crown of the head. Feel your hips and psoas start to get a stretch. Breathe mindfully again into the hip flexors. Very nice. And then step the left foot forward. Come to forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Arms reaching overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down by your side. Bring your weight into the right foot. Lift your left knee up and then turn that knee out to the side. We're moving into tree pose. If you prefer to keep the foot on the floor, that's always an option. But you're turning the left hip out as wide as it feels appropriate, bringing the foot either below or above the right knee. Lift your energy up, externally rotate that left thigh, and then allow your arms to reach upward as we come into Vrksasana, tree pose on this beautiful Sunday. Inhale, I let go of restrictions. Exhale, I flow easily through life. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your left foot down. Arms up, reach overhead. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back and take it to low runner's lunge. So step directly back in with the right leg now extended. Take a moment, feel the stretch. If it's the first lunge you've done today, then make sure that you are really, warmed up. Breathing sometimes into that hip flexor is a nice way to feel this stretch and prepare the body for other postures later. Deep breath in, and then go ahead and step the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift up all the way. Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring your weight into the left leg and lift your right knee up. Allow that right knee to open out to the right side of the body, externally rotating the right hip now and moving directly into tree pose on this side. Keep opening through the hip. You can stabilize yourself with hands at the heart, and then as you're ready, lift those arms up, grow the branches of your beautiful tree. Breathing in and out. One more breath. And then one more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, bring the right foot down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, and forward fold. From forward fold position, go ahead and take your toes out and your heels in. We're going to sit down. You may want to bring your hands onto the blocks as we transition to Malasana, or a squatting position, little froggy squat. So bringing your tailbone down. Remember, if you like, you can bring your seat on a block to give yourself support. Bringing your hands to heart. If you're able, bring your elbows to the inside of your knees and press those knees out as you press your hands together. Lifting and extending your heart forward. Now this is a deep stretch into the inner groin and in those hips. A lot going on in Malasana. Make sure that you can relax and try to find the appropriate posture for you. 3 more deep breaths here. So this is going to be a transitional pose as we move from Chakra 2 into Chakra 3, Manipura. One more breath here. And then from here, we're going to take our hands behind us. If you're sitting on the blocks, you're going to come off of those blocks. So remove them, bring them back down, come down to your seat. And then we're going to bring the right leg up. Shin is parallel to the mat. Hands can come behind that right thigh, at least one hand if you like. And then as you're ready, see if you can lift that left leg up as well, coming to half boat. Ground down through your sits bones, grounding energy, still connecting you. Remember, it's always there. We're not losing any part of the other energies. Every time you are touching the earth, you are grounding. So lift up from that grounding seat, but engage through your core. Your solar plexus, the fire in your belly, is now being stimulated through Navasana boat pose. Deep breath here. option, if you wish the little extra challenge, go ahead and you can straighten your legs. Just a little bit more strength and balance needed into the core center with those straight legs. So you can always try that or move back and forth. One more breath. And then bring those feet all the way down. From Navasana, we're going to push forward. I'm going to challenge you to use that core center and see if you can launch yourself forward without the use of your hands. Place your fingers down and lift up, coming to forward fold, Uttanasana. As you're forward folding, don't lose sight of the engagement through the belly. So continue to lift up, pulling the navel inward and reaching around to support your lower back. Inhale, come halfway up, lifting into Ardha Uttanasana. Belly is deeply engaged, bringing the weight slightly into the balls of your feet so you can really feel that balancing point in the center. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reach overhead. Exhale, we're going to bring the arms forward. You're going to come to a flat back with forward reaching arms, and then you're going to swing those arms behind you, reaching those arms toward the back, and continue to dip further down. You're going to bend your knees slightly, letting your head drop down as we come into drinking bird. Again, I always think of this as the diving pose, the diver's pose. Lifting, engage through solar plexus, Manipura, fire within. I am strong and confident. Deep breath, keep holding. One more. Inhale, we're going to come all the way back up. Bring the heels down, arms reach overhead, stretch now into Manipura, lifting and extending through the belly. And then exhale, forward fold. With the hands down on the mat, step your feet back to plank. Again, strong, confident posture as you move into a plank position with your core body fired up, pressing the earth away with your palms as if you could push it further down into the crust. Energy is now rebounding back up though as your belly lifts and your back is supported. Nice strong plank, you've got this. One more breath. I am strong and confident. And then bring the knees all the way down. Right leg is going to extend out behind you. Right arm reaching. Lift that leg up, coming into a bird dog position. Left foot, excuse me, I said right foot, didn't I? Opposite. Left leg behind you. Right foot, right arm out. It'd be pretty difficult to have both on the same side, wouldn't it? So reach out. We're coming into a bird dog. You know what I mean. Reach and extend. Engage that belly. Fight the urge to let it be loose. And bring hand and foot down. Now the right leg comes behind. Left arm reaches out. Coming into bird dog on the other side as we finish out. Manipura. Bright yellow light surrounding the belly. Keep lifting in. Engage, engage. And then bring the hand and the leg down. Let's give it a little rest. The chakras are all about balancing, so come down into a child's pose. It's not about pushing ourselves to the furthest degree. It's about finding balance. Take 3 full breaths in Balasana. Let everything be soft and gentle. One more breath. Beautiful. Coming back up to hands and knees position. Let's drop it into a couple more cat-cows here just to keep everything lubricated, moving forward and back. One more cow. One more cat. And then come back to tabletop. We're going to go ahead and lower down to the belly, letting ourselves drop down as we begin to move into the second half of the chakras as we engage chakra 4 or anahata. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press down through your core. Manipura is still working there as we press the belly down into the mat, but we're going to lift up into the heart region, extending and reaching the heart forward. Elbows stay nice and tight to the body. Heart is pressed forward like it's trying to just come right out of the body and off of the mat. Breathe here, Cobra Bhujangasana. And then exhale, let it come all the way down. Bring your arms behind you. Rest down on your shoulders for just a moment. Let your chin touch the mat. Just come into a nice neutral posture. Take a breath here. Exhale. And then we're going to reach the fingers behind us. Press down again into the pubic bone to help lift up your upper body and heart. We're coming into locust pose. Reaching those fingers back, lifting the shoulders and heart, and your head is reaching forward. Remember, your neck is a long extension of your upper spine. Breathe here. I am open and alive. My heart is expansive. Open deeply. Press those fingers back a little bit further if you can. Deep breath in. Exhale, release it down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. Lift those knees off the mat, and we're going to take the first downward facing dog of our practice. Lift those hips high. Let's get a nice long stretch through the spine. Now you're going to let your heart drop down, feeling the weight simply rest downward as it drops toward the earth. Hips are rising high, legs are strong. My neck is nice and relaxed. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, bring the right leg forward between the hands and drop the left heel down. We're going to lift up to warrior one. So first, real standing posture, coming forward with the hands, reaching them up and overhead. Heart is open and expansive. Bring your arms to goddess arms, fingers open wide. Elbows and shoulders are roughly the same height. Pressing your heart forward by using those upper back muscles. So we're just using and engaging those rhomboids and deltoids behind the shoulder blades and pressing everything forward to help extend through the heart space. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Stimulating anahata. My heart is open and expansive. Beautiful. Bring your arms forward and go ahead and step your foot forward. Inhale, upward facing hands, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up all the way again, rise to the top. Right hand is going to come down by the right side, left arm cascades over the ear. Take a standing crescent, opening the heart space now on the left side of the body. Remembering that we open on all sides, not just forward and back. Turn and gaze, looking down over your right fingertips. And you can also remember that that grounding energy to the earth is still holding you secure. Nice deep breath. Inhale, right arm comes up, left arm drops down. Take the right arm over your ear. Feel those ribs expand and open all the way up under the armpit. This is great for the lymphatic system. It's really great to break up congestion or fluids. Anytime you can do these crescent stretches, that's really great for the upper body. Inhale, bring both arms up and overhead. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Carry your heart forward. Slightly bring the weight again to the balls of your feet, feeling like your heart is almost going to tip you over. And then exhale, fold forward again. Step back with the left foot and drop the knee down, coming into Anjaneyasana, low crescent this time. First, lifting the arms just straight up and down, lengthening through the spine. Nice straight back. And then an option here, if you wish to take the back bend and really move it into more of a crescent, then safely lift your heart to the sky. Nice deep breath. Exhale, bring your hands down. Slide your right leg back and take it to downward facing dog. One full breath in and out. Inhale your left leg forward. Right heel drops down and lift up. Virabhadrasana 1 with the left leg leading the way now. Again, heart space opening, feeling the expansion. Bring your arms back to Goddess. Open them wide, carry those elbows back and let your heart lift up to the sky. Deep breath here. Beautiful green light now cascading and swirling around your heart space. Beautiful. Step forward. Right foot comes forward. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana, lead with that heart. Shine it forward and then exhale, fold it down. Step your feet back, step the left foot back. Is that the one we did before? I think we did the other one. Step your right foot back. Got us a little off base. Right foot back and then drop the knee down. Lifting up one more time for our last lunge, Anjaneyasana. Straight up and down to begin, lengthening through the spine, and then take the back bend as you wish. Remember, that's always an option. If this isn't comfortable for your neck or back, then honor your body for where it is. Take the hands down to the mat, lift the right leg up, slide the left leg back. One more downward facing dog. And then let's drop those knees down, take it to child's pose, and let your heart rest now on top of your thighs. Deep inhale. I am open and filled with compassion in my heart. Wonderful. All right, come back up to hands and knees position. And then walk your hands backwards. We're going to come to a kneeling position, so if you prefer to have a blanket under your knees, slide that, unfold the blanket and bring it underneath. You're going to come to camel pose. So once again, beginning with grounding energy always as we press down through the tops of the feet and the knees. Feeling that firm foundation below, Muladhara, keeping us safe and secure, lifting up past chakra 2, engaging chakra 3, opening chakra 4, and now we're going to feel the stimulation into chakra 5, the Shuddha, or the 5th chakra. As we slightly elevate the chin and open as we bring the hands down as far as we can, sort of feeling the energy of your arms pressing down so that we're opening space between the tops of the earlobes, or the bottom of the earlobes rather, and the tops of the shoulders. So you don't have to have your head cranked way far back, just a little bit of a forward jut of the chin, and really stimulating through the throat chakra. This is the energy surrounding communication, both speaking and listening. So as we stimulate this chakra, pressing the heart and the throat forward, we present the affirmation, I speak with truth and listen with truth. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. Feeling the throat chakra opening, feeling the breath flow with ease as our actions and thoughts are with truthfulness. Beautiful. All right, bring the hands down. Go ahead and place those hands on the mat. Come to all fours position. Let's take just a little stretch into cat stretch to let everything counter stretch once again, this time tucking the chin into the chest. Feeling the back of the neck now open up. Beautiful. 1 more breath here. Nice strong cat stretch. And then come back to table position. We're going to go ahead and move right into chakra 6. So come down on into a child's pose and slide your hands forward, letting your forehead come all the way down to the mat, letting your forearms come all the way down. So if you can really settle down so that you can find a way to bring your forehead or your third eye chakra down to the mat. Feel the presence of the mat underneath it, and then just begin to slowly rock side to side so that you're rolling the presence of the mat from one temple to the middle of your forehead and then over to the other. So we're just rolling side to side. Just a gentle rocking action as we bring awareness to the third eye between the brows, and then really taking it back into the center of your head. This is our seat of intuition, of vision, of creative thinking. So as we stimulate into chakra 6, we might use the affirmation, I am perceptive and creative. I am perceptive and creative. Come on back up. Come to table position. We're going to curl the toes, lift our knees up, press back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward, moving up to the top of the mat as we forward fold and then lift all the way up. Arms are going to carry up and overhead. Connect your palms at the top of your lift, and then bring the thumbs down to the third eye, gently pressing your thumb in between your eyebrows, opening the elbows wide, and lifting into upward prayer. Nice deep breath here, beginning to feel all of the stimulation up and down the body. We've moved all the way through 6 of the chakras so far. 1 more breath. lifting up, arms reaching overhead. Exhale, forward fold. I am perceptive and creative. Beautiful indigo light of Ajna surrounds our head and body. And then go ahead and walk your feet backwards once again. Drop back down to hands and knees. And slide your hands forward. Our final posture for Ajna Chakra 6. We're going to come into melting heart. This time bringing the forehead all the way down and opening up under the armpits. Reaching those hands forward. My knees and hips are still stacked. Just really stretching as we melt the heart downward. And now bring an even greater presence to the awareness between the brows. 3 breaths here. I see clearly with my internal perception. Ajna is the creative energy that relates to light and vision. One more breath. Walk those hands backwards. Bring them back up to the top, coming to hands and knees. We have one final chakra to stimulate. We moved all the way up the body, and so now it is time to come back to the crown chakra. So what we're going to do is start with tabletop and move into hare pose. And in hare pose, we're going to create first a really strong cat stretch. So starting with a nice firm table, coming into cat stretch, heart lifting up, dropping the crown of the head straight down. So we're really extending through the back of the neck. And then we'll start to walk the hands backwards toward our knees, keeping that strong cat stretch in place, keeping that upper back lifted up and crown dropping down. As you walked your hands all the way backwards, begin to bend your elbows and let the crown of the head drop all the way down to the mat. And when you can feel the mat underneath your head, just hovering, not squishing down into it, not with any weight, but just the stimulation of the feel of the mat next to your head. I want you to breathe into your crown chakra. Breathe into the purple light that then moves into white. And repeat the affirmation. I am connected to the divine within me. I am connected to the divine outside of me. I am connected to the divine within and without. If you wish, you can take your hands around to the back of the body. You can hold on to your feet. The third option is to bring your hands together behind your back and allow your arms to lift all the way up, but only if this doesn't compromise any weight on your head. So take whatever variation feels best for you today. Or if none of them do, then just simply move back into a child's pose. All right, let those arms come down. If you have them behind, slide your hands back up underneath. Whew. We're going to swing those legs around. Come onto our seat. And we're going to take a nice, relaxing Shavasana. would like to bring in any blankets or bolsters or anything else to really soften your body down, you can always feel free to do that. Or you can just come into a complete corpse pose, the Shavasana pose. And we're really going to drop in now. Without analyzing, without having to use words or judgments in any way, I just want you to take a mental scan of your body. And picture the beautiful rainbow of energetic light. Picture those swirls moving from your feet and seat. The red then blending into the orange of your hips and pelvis. Lightening and then becoming fiery yellow into the base of your belly. Becoming lighter still and then blending into a beautiful green within your heart space. Green cooling off and moving into a sky blue around your throat. And then flowing into a deep, rich indigo around your eyes and forehead. Finally, the spectrum of light fades from indigo to purple and violet, and then releases the color and fades to white through the crown of the head. The stimulation of your body, the balance of these energies. Relax and release in chakra bliss. last couple of minutes, I'm going to share one final passage from my book called The Wheels of Life. From the great spiral galaxies, thousands of light years across, to the trillions of atoms swirling in a grain of sand, the universe is composed of spinning wheels of energy. Flowers, trees, planets, and people, each is made of tiny wheels turning inside, riding upon the great wheel of the earth, spinning in its orbit through space. A fundamental building block of nature, the wheel is the circle of life, flowing through all aspects of existence. Continue moving your breath up and down your body, picturing this beautiful rainbow of energy. As you are ready, you can begin to transition back to a seated posture on the mat. Taking your time, maybe hugging your knees into the chest, rocking back and forth. Find what feels good. Eventually, and as you're ready, slowly move back to a seated position where we began. And then let's inhale, bringing our arms up in the shape of a rainbow, reaching up and overhead, connecting deeply to the heart within. May you stay balanced, peaceful, and at ease all the rest of this day and weekend. Om Shanti and Namaste.